Simu, you were a regular guy from Harbin, which is not small, but neither the biggest city in China, right? So how can another regular guy like me, who is from also a not very big city in Spain, become a Marvel superhero?
That's a really good question. I think if it was as easy as following a step-by-step process, we would all be. I mean, the fact of the matter is I've been very tremendously lucky. But I would say, if I could say one thing, it's manifest into the universe, and the rest will follow. I mean, it started with a dream more than anything else. It started with having a goal in mind and kind of taking little steps to get closer and closer. And I remember, being on set for the very first time 9 years ago as a movie extra, making minimum wage, and even then having a dream to one day have my name up in lights on Hollywood Boulevard. And even though it felt far-fetched, even though it felt very, very distant, I always hung on to it because I believed that if I worked hard enough and if I was persistent enough, I could get there.
That's cool. So who is the character of the MCU that you want to meet the most with Shang-Chi?
Honestly, I think there's so many incredible options. I don't want to say any particular one because I feel like every single Marvel character has their own unique, charisma and humor, and I just feel like it would be such an honor to work with any one of them.
Cool. So I imagine you would like to do a sequel for Shang-Chi. Would you like it to be like this one, which is more or less away from the whole world of the Avengers and the multiverse and all this stuff? Or do you already want to go into there?
Oh gosh, I don't think it's up to me. I would love for it to be, but I think that's above my pay grade. I think there's a lot of story left to tell. I think where we leave off with the character at the end of the movie, I think it's very open-ended, and I think that's kind of what I love. I love, all of the little Easter egg tie-ins to the MCU that you see in Shang-Chi. I love that, as a film, it's more or less able to stand on its own. But I also love the idea of joining a larger universe. So, I mean, I think it's all an embarrassment of riches, and whatever happens, I trust that, Mr. Kevin Feige, the man upstairs, knows exactly what he's doing, and will give audiences the best sequel if that's, in his plan.
Yeah, that's for sure. So who would you say is the strongest character in the Shang-Chi family? Because, for example, Fala told me that she thinks it's Lee, it's the mother.
Oh, she does she? Okay. I've heard that from her as well, too. Fala is very confident, and she should be reminded that when we play board games, I win a lot more than she does, especially in Monopoly. So if the family and Shang-Chi were playing Monopoly and other board games, I would say definitely Shang-Chi would be the winner more of the time. He's very competitive like me, and I think he'd come out with the win.
Yeah. Okay, good. So I don't know if you're a comic book reader, or at least you have read some comic books for preparing the film, but would you recommend any in particular for fans?
A lot of the comic books that I really, really loved reading have already been adapted, like the Infinity Saga, the Civil War series. I love, I'm gonna say, I love Star Wars comics. I think the comic medium is a really interesting place to explore Star Wars. I've always been a massive Star Wars fan, and there's something about the comics that are just so imaginative and really unbound by anything in the universe. They're really able to take risks and experiment. So go for the Star Wars stuff. It's really good.
Man, we're in the same team. So I think we're out of time. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good luck with the film.
Thank you.